damn thing back into motion. Sorry, I'm slapping you in the face.
You know?
I felt like I was slapped in the face high key.
Well,
I want y'all to know that we are professionals. We did a whole... Ooh, my foot got stuck on something. CBS? Stop shop, close enough.
Stop and shop.
We did a whole sound check. A whole check to make sure our audio was perfect.
Yo, we literally did.
We were crisp. We were perfectly fine. And this is what happens when you try technology. When you try and be too fancy, technology has a way of bringing you back down to earth. So what we've learned today is when you try new stuff, bad stuff happens. That's what we learned, kids.
Okay, let me figure out if this is working. Something seems wrong.
So tell us if you can hear us, because we've been treated very badly today.
Okay, all right. I found it. Something was off.
We were on time.
We were at exactly at 8, bro. Mike can corroborate.
Corroborate?
Corroborate, because we was here.
Period. We was here. 8. We was ready. We came here with energy. You know the energy where you want to talk shit about the mayor and the governor?
And the governor.
And everybody else in between. Anywho, so we're here.
We're here.
Intro time. We should record the intro. This is why we need the soundboard. Because you could record the intro, and then we could just dance over it.
Yes, fuck Walsh. Thank you, Nathaniel. If you don't know where you are by now, I'm about to tell you. Welcome to Insert Name Here, brought to you in full Technicolor and living sound with the dulcet tones of the great Alejandra Tejeda.
Bitch, I'm stressed.
Well, let's talk about something real quick. So the what was supposed to be the bass, the baritone, the best nigga in his physical area, actually he went downstairs because he got other things to do or whatever. Corny loser, whatever.
Working on other projects.
Anyway.
Ew.
And then there's me, the raspy voice, gorgeous, alto me, Malachi Unique. And hopefully in a couple of minutes, we'll have the sultry timbre of your friend and our friend and probably yours. Oh, shoot. It's been so long. Leon Rivera. We might have Leon Rivera humming on the stream, bro. If he gets on with him. Y'all know him, bro. Y'all know.
If y'all not hit
he gets fired every episode. It might be another one.
He might not even show up. He might get fired just today.
Another one. His first day back, he'll get fired again. But, let's jump into some things while we're waiting for him. So, I feel like we gotta wait for that one for Santiago. I feel like he has some things to say about that. So, let's see. I don't think Santiago's interested in the Nets. So let's talk about...
I don't think we're interested in the Nets.
Nobody is interested in the Nets, but the Nets are interested in getting some controversy for skipping over every qualified black person to run, the team full of black people, and hiring Steve Nash. And that's rude. Especially as we're in a time where people are trying to, they trying to be like, I'm da 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 da.
We're so progressive. Hire blacks.
Yeah, whatever.
It's just always interesting when they all go and they're like, yeah, we're gonna change the league. We're gonna have more black coaches, but then black coaches get fired all the time. Black coaches never be given a chance sometimes. And then you hire Steve Nash. Nope, I have no qualms with Steve Nash, high key. Good ball player, Hall of Famer. But what this man doing on the Nets? Watch him be hella successful just off the fact that I'm talking about him to this degree. But
whatever. Sorry, I have to lean in here because I'm trying to share this video. and I can't do it from my phone because Facebook is terrible. By the way, there's a bunch of Facebook people who are quitting because they're like saying like Facebook is on the wrong side of history, and I want you to know Facebook is definitely on the wrong side of history. Like, yeah,
Facebook is on the side of fascism.
Facebook is allowing, not only allowing, in fact, catering to fascism and white supremacy. It's very evident in what they do. Yeah, like that, bro. Like,
it's just, but yeah, Steve Nash, like, there's no point in that being your hire. Nate said Steve Nash, a colonizer, and it's facts. Like, they hired this small ass white man. He's not that small, but he is small. A small ass white man to lead the Nets, and you're just like, it don't make sense, to be honest. And I'm sick of every professional sport doing this. They're like, we're gonna put more effort into hiring black coaches, and they never do. He's South African? Anybody ever told me?
Okay, that's even worse. White South Africans are,
I've never. He's really from his birthday's my birthday. First of all,
ew.
People with
Aquarius
my birthday
men are demonic.
horrible.
Aquarius men are demonic.
First of all, he's from Johannesburg, South Africa.
He's probably a monster.
Like, what?
Ew. White South Africans, I'm sorry, I don't care. They can go.
5 hours ago. Ooh, look what happens when you Google people. Steve Nash says playing career is why he got to skip the line to become Brooklyn Nets coach. Okay, excuse me, but what about all the other like players that are around his age and a little older that have wanted to become head coaches? I don't think they're getting to skip the line.
I don't think your career was like that good to be relaxed. What I'm trying to say, Steve Nash, is relax. Take several seats, as Tamar Braxton once said. Multiple times she said, actually. But yeah. What shall I go? Oh, the Rochester chief of police.
Yo.
Just resigned.
And I didn't, first of all, you never assume a chief of police is black. I never do. I just never assume I was going to say Chilean. A chief of police is black. So I went and checked, and I said, this black man really quitting?
He said, if I can't tap dance for the white man, then I don't want to do this job.
I said, you got to be fucking with me. It's like, they play me to the highest degree if they think this is like I care. Like the mayor of Rochester was asked like, who's gonna be in charge of the police? Me like,
she was like, I just got this freaking information today, just now. Also, she said, literally, I just got the call.
Me, I have a question. Like, how are you the police in charge of protecting if you're just gonna go and quit?
He said, I want to be the next Candace Owens.
I mean, go ahead, man. Look how they treat her.
Yeah, she should have got on the list. That,
I don't like to be talking about that.
I don't. Yeah, you don't need to give anybody.
I don't want to call her reptilian. I don't like to call people, only white people, things.
You don't need to give. We don't need to give her energy or reach. But yeah.
Which one do we want to cover? This is so difficult because Santiago is supposed to be joining us. There are a few topics that we know he's going to want to talk about. So it's like...
Oh, there he is! Santiago! He flashed in for a second.
I wish if you're listening to this like the next day on our podcast, it's going to sound so weird to hear us go, woo! Because we saw him for like a millisecond.
A flash of a second, he appeared in a great-looking room. Santiago, come back,
join the crew. All right, so we'll talk about some other stuff. Joe Budden. We'll talk about Joe Budden.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. So
to my surprise, I go on Lipstick Alley. You know I'm a petty bitch. I go on Lipstick Alley the other day and it said Joe Budden, star, his dog, and I said, yo. I said, whoa. Yeah, I don't know what y'all know what star means. Bro. And then said abuse as well. And if you don't know, Joe Budden
is hella abusive. I thought everybody knew that Joe Budden is abusive as fuck.
And also, I'd like to point out that just because somebody hasn't been declared guilty in a court of law does not mean that they're not guilty of abuse.
Facts.
Because that's
Especially
what he
abuse.
usually totes around. He usually says because, like, he, like, pleaded not guilty or he didn't do this, this, and this in terms of his court cases with women that have brought up specific cases against him, that makes him not an abuser. And
he's for sure emotionally abusive. You can just see that off the strength of him.
The 5,000 seasons of Love and Hip Hop he's been on. Homie is abusive to the max. And I say this as somebody that, like, I listen to the Joe Budden podcast. I enjoy it. I enjoy it because it's just funny, but also it's one of those times where I'm now like, okay, at this point, all the evidence that you could need, even though I didn't need it, is there. Homie's just trash.
Nate, you're going to hell, sir. I want you to know it.
Nate said, Joe, pump it, and the it is the dog's penis up button.
Twitter, man.
That's what they're alleging in a court document that his child's mother, Sin Santana, his ex-fiance, had in the family court. She was basically saying that he had, like, masturbated off. I don't want to say jerked off. Sounds so weird. Jerked off his dog.
The dog. Sexually abused the dog. He sexually abused the dog.
Yes, there we go. Thank you for English. He sexually abused his dog, and it's just.
I can't. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Like, I don't even know the reaction you can get.
Like, whisper is bad to say. Joe Budden is actually a crackhead. Like, no, like, not even slanderous. He, like, the dude is not good in the head anymore, if he ever was.
And I thought woo.
Yeah, look at you.
I thought he was better for the fact that he just acts differently, but, addiction it hides itself. You can become a better, more functioning addict as, you just go along. So it's just mad wild, like.
Yeah, Nate, we'll be in hell too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're going to be in hell because that pump it up thing kind of killed me a little bit inside. It's just, I don't know, I feel like, and this is where it's so, it's not hard. This isn't a hard, like, topic, but it's difficult in the aspect of Joe Budden very publicly is going up against Spotify right now because they offered him, like, a shit re-up deal for their podcast. And he's been very, like, vocal about wanting Black creatives. And this is the issue with a lot of
with almost all Black, like, with almost all the, like, Black, like, figures. They all have, like, that's why it's so hard for us to get rid of people, because, like, almost all of them suck.
Almost all of them
like,
suck.
When you think about it.
And then they do so much, like, groundwork for their respective fields. Like, Joe Budden is, like, someone that a lot of Black people think about when they think of podcasters. They think of the fact that his podcast consistently gets 1 million listens every episode, pretty much. So, like, when you think of those parts and the fact that he was able to secure a deal with Spotify, and then
after he, like, up in he said, "I am the important part of this podcast on Complex. I am leaving."
Facts.
And they said, "We're gonna keep it," and then they said,
and then nobody's watched since.
No.
Yeah, so it's just issues. I texted somebody, you having issues. It's just, like, a continuous struggle that we have with, like, these Black creatives, because we've known about this.
Why is the camera refocusing?
I don't know. We're having a struggle day technologically. It's just, like, this is the aspect that I know Twitter people hang on to a lot, and a lot of hoteps, is that as soon as he picks up this huge fight with Spotify, who's now kind of taking the corner of podcasting, like, taking that whole market, all of these things come out. Because that document by Sin had been filed last year. Audio stuff had been done last year. Tahiri's interview with Vlad was released on his 40th birthday. A bunch of stuff that, like, for, like, these Black men that constantly feel attacked by the media, they look at this and be like, another Bill Cosby. He's trying to buy Spotify.
Fuck you, dude.
Ain't no mercy for me, sorry.
I mean, dog, like, it's like, my thing is that it's like, oh, they think it's a conspiracy. No, mad motherfuckers are abusive. That's it. He's almost here. Like, wow, this
Sorry.
is so exciting.
We're
We've
just
never done this before.
waiting to get our friend on here. But it's just Joe Biden's. Everybody knows Joe Biden is not. You don't
And
have
Joe
to
Biden's
cancel
been-
him. It's
been
just
canceled,
he's
I
been
mean.
canceled. He's been somebody we don't pay attention
My
to
thing
like
is that like canceling means nothing. Everybody talks about cancel culture. It's nothing. Like people still they be fine. Like their life goes on. Like for a while people hate them and then their life goes on. Like not saying it's a good thing or anything, but that's what happens. And it's like shit, like what the fuck? Like you know, like it's hard to care when nobody else cares. You know?
And like women, people have known Joe Biden was beating women for a long time. They still let him get the most famous podcast in like the black community for a very long time.
All those rappers, all those people like Nas, freaking Fabulous, like
yeah, all of them
they all get away with stuff. Even famous, even like bro, Nas was beating Khalees. Like that woman almost won a Grammy off a milkshake. Crazy.
Sorry if I was playing with the screen, guys. We're trying to get our friend on here.
He's like here, but he's not here. He's here.
Hey, Santiago. Oh wait, I don't know if I can hear you.
Do you see me?
Hey, look, we can see you. Can you guys tell me if you can hear him?
Yeah.
I want to add him to the stream, but I hate this background, motherfuckers.
Facts. That's ugly.
Which one? This one right here, the one that you have?
Ugly.
He's talking, but I can't hear him. Should we turn that on?
Oh, wait. What
Or
am I
should
doing?
Mm.
Your screen?
Can you guys tell us if you can hear Santiago? Santiago, can you hear us?
Yeah, I could.
Okay, you can hear us.
I can hear. I think he can.
Can hear. Nate can hear. What's up, Nate? I can hear Victoria.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
All right,
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they can hear him. Liz, Santiago, you look good too. You're all shiny and stuff.
It's because I got this light. I got this light here.
Oh yeah, dang it. We need like headphones. Sweater.
Yeah. Where's your headphones?
This is.
Sorry, give us 1 second.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Gary.
Technical.
Gary.
Let's have
Gary,
an intermission.
Give us 2 seconds.
Yo, I was trying to link up with Carrie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we got some shit going on tomorrow. I mean, some stuff going on. Oh, we could swear on here, right? You guys swearing in here?
I'll be back. Stay, talk. Do something. Entertain.
What? Wait, what happened? Oh, crap. So, who's in here? Carrie.
Hi.
I said Carrie. Yo, you back, Malaysia? Word. Nate, what's
Quarantine
the
life, you know. Can't hear you, Santiago, because I don't want to turn the speaker on because we don't want to have echoing.
Share screen. Should I press that share screen button?
Sorry, guys. We really should have, tried to like practice this beforehand, but like we really didn't have time, to be honest.
It's all good, man. I'm about to put some hand sanitizer on while we in.
All right, I found my headphones.
Oh, should I get some?
Okay. Just play it loud enough so we can both hear it.
Dang.
Some headphones, bro.
We back. Sorry.
You back? Let's try to
Oh,
find.
the splitter we can use.
Yeah.
I can't find any, man. I can't
You
find
have
none.
it?
No, you can just. Can you wear it on your neck? I think that should work. Oh, you don't need a splitter then.
Alejandra. Could y'all hear me over there?
Oh,
Damn, I don't have no headphones? That sucks. I thought I had some. Wait, did I-
Santiago?
Yes.
Hmm.
No?
Interesting.
Hmm.
Oh, that's why.
Why?
Gosh darn.
You good? Oh.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah?
All right, guys, we're in business now. Sorry.
Word, word.
Wait, why can I hear multiple? Oh, this Facebook.
Hold on.
Okay. Hey, we're in business, y'all.
Yo.
Okay. I gotta turn it up loud so
We
Alejandra
on
can hear.
Facebook too? Right?
All right.
Let's see. Is Nate say Nate is hilarious? Yo, Nate's the man, bro. I like Nate, bro. I know you guys are gonna get famous. I don't know. For real.
Yeah, Nate. No, yo, Nate is the dude, bro. Yo, this is mad hard, guys. Kane needs to come bring his headphones. That devil I need.
You can't do it without headphones?
I wonder if I still have some.
I'll get it. Go.
Yeah, so cool. We have a couple of things. First, we wanted to talk about that woman who was pretending to be Bronx Puerto Rican. We wanted to save that topic for you because we knew you'd have something to say about it.
Who was that? Where's my phone at?
That woman who just showed up last week. What the heck? I can't hear. What happened?
Eric said so much to edit.
I can't hear.
Again?
Yes.
In fact, so much that I'm so sorry, Eric.
I'm sorry.
Is that
the devil's coming for us?
You know.
What happened? Okay. Hello?
No. Yeah.
Okay, I can hear it again.
Oh, thank God.
Jeez. All right.
What's the word?
Yeah, so that woman who was pretending to be Afro Latina, you heard of her, you shared her. What was her name?
Jessica Krug or something like that?
Oh yeah. I saw that. That was a funny one, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, did you see?
But you know what? This is weird that you're listening to me through like a headphone.
Facts, it is weird.
You know what I mean? Like
technology's weird.
Oh man.
We just don't want there to be an audio playback.
I feel like I should get headphones too. So
No, you're fine. The only reason we're doing this is because we don't want it to be feedback on the stream. Our mic is really powerful.
Okay. Oh, and you're putting this up later? Fine. All right, cool. So what's the word, man?
All right. So do you want to talk about Melnia Cass?
What's going on? Which part? Yo, you see the thing with the trees?
Yes, the trees. That's what we're talking about, the trees.
Yo, they try to take the trees. And then all of a sudden, I remember we were like, yo, let's try to see if we could link up with them and see if we could work on it or something. The next day's article is like, yo, the city backs down from
killing the trees.
From killing Roxbury because we wouldn't have enough oxygen.
Yeah, no, seriously, because some people might be like, oh, those are just trees. Let's get, it's nothing. They try to tell people like, oh, we can put new ones and they'll grow. But it's like, dude, we got one of the highest asthma rates. So when you take those big mature trees out, we can't breathe. You know what I mean? So that was huge for me. I was ready to go all in on that, but I'm glad that was able to be pushed back. Now the other piece is the whole needles. You talking about the needle stuff, man?
Yeah.
I mean everything.
Yeah, it's bad out there, man. I mean, everybody has seen all the stuff out there. You could probably share in the comments if anybody's on there right now. Everything that's going on Marty and Baker, needles, people pooping. You see people completely tweaked out there. It's bad. So we're trying to bring attention to that. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get the city to do a little more. You know what I mean? They get millions of dollars every year, and then people are just still sitting out there. They look homeless, passed out. There's no real solutions. Every time you ask them about an issue, we bring up any issue. It's like, oh, we're working on it. We really don't know. It's like, okay, years pass now. You should have some type of plan. So, and it's like our kids are seeing this stuff. You know what I mean?
It's really traumatizing. Like, it's traumatizing for me as like not a child. And I can't imagine how.
Right? Yeah, it's bad.
It's like when I'm in the car with Alejandro, we're driving fast. Like it makes us nervous. Like we're stressed out to see that. And like it's also again we said this I think like the last week or the week before, but like Matab is like literally the worst place to like congregate as like exists because it's like right off the highway and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's
and
like
people
very
are mad about Talbot Ave. I don't mean to cut you off, but because of the response, but that goes down every day on Methadone Mile. That's every day that people like 100, 200 deep just hanging out. And the same thing, it's such like a big issue, man. I've been at the light and you see people like getting robbed out of their car before, man. You know what I mean? And it's just such it's a real bad situation for both sides, us who live here and those who are struggling that need services, because we've been out there and we try to help a couple of folks out there. And they'll tell you, like, we can't stay clean because we walk into any of these buildings, but the moment we walk out, there's people shooting up right there. My friend is waiting for me with a bag. You know what I mean? So it's a bad environment overall. It's just a bad environment overall. So I'm excited. That's why when Michelle Wu announced that she was running for mayor, I got excited. I know there's many other people that are going to come out, but I'm excited for that candidate because she has, her platform. I know definitely she will not let that thing slide. You know what I mean? As mayor, she will not. And I'm pretty sure as, city council right now, she hasn't done much because, powers are limited. But I know that that's a candidate that she's she's green. She's real cool. Like, I like that. But I'm waiting for other people to come out too. But methadone man is bad, bro. It's we need everybody to make a push because it's nasty, bro. I have friends out there too.
Facts. We shared the petition on our content, so folks want to check that out. We'll probably put the link in the chat. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but speaking of Michelle Wu
and
announcing her candidacy, she didn't really announce it so much. That Marty Walsh was a little hoe and fucking. I'm really tight at Marty Walsh because today he really tried to be. What? Why am I?
How do you think that went down? Was it like, all right, hey, Wu was like, hey, I'm running for mayor, and he was like, all right, so I'm gonna let everyone know.
No, he just told the news.
I wonder if he played it and was like, cool. Yeah, you can let them know on Monday. That's not a problem. You can let them know on Tuesday.
No. Listen.
And then
he knew that she was running for mayor, and he knew that she had not announced that she was running for mayor yet, and he just told the
Santiago.
media.
This is what happened. If you didn't know, actually, anybody listening, on Sunday, Michelle Wu called Marty Walsh. And she called him because Marty Walsh has made snide comments before that Michelle Wu runs to Twitter too much, basically insinuating that Michelle Wu has Twitter fingers because she'd be talking to her constituents on Twitter, unlike Marty. And so she gave him the courtesy call.
I don't know why politicians don't like that. They don't like when you
They don't like when you talk to your constituents. They don't like when you talk to the people that voted for you.
So I didn't know she was being criticized about that. That's pretty weird.
Marty Walsh is a fucking. I hate this man. Do y'all not understand? I don't like this man at this point. Like, what the hell? This man is an asshole. That is not. It is not cool. Like,
some article called it a faux pas. That's not a faux pas. Like, he was being a bitch.
That's violence, bro.
Nobody does this. Like, nobody announces somebody else's race.
If you had done that to a white man,
there would have been beef on these Irish streets.
Listen.
Did she announce anything? Did she do her own announcement on the side?
No, because it wasn't time. It's not time to announce that yet.
You usually wait until in a presidential cycle. You wait until after November. You wait until after the presidential stuff, or right before to either get it out of the way or get it like after all the Biden Trump bullshit.
But I know Marty with a lot more excited people coming out. Like, people are gonna be like, oh, they're really good, but. It's just,
Marty came especially with the bitch shit because today he tried to pretend or whatever day it was, he tried to pretend, I can't just say no comment if I have information. I can't just not tell you. I'm like, what the hell kind of bullshit excuse is that, you fucking liar? You say no comment all the time.
That's crazy. That's wild, man. Yeah. I feel like this year coming up is going to be exciting, man, for local districts, citywide, mayoral. It's going to be good. And we should be, like I said, remember, we got this whole hood consultants thing going on, and everybody, right now, it's a struggle because of COVID, but there's been a struggle because just a lack of outreach. And we know how to make that happen. You know what I mean? We know how to get people out there. So that's why I tell you it's going to be interesting because whoever we see that, I wouldn't say fit to the criteria, but whoever is in tune with the community and gets, that good support will definitely be one of those top candidates. Because I know a lot of folks are going to come out. But it sucks because I remember last time, it was like a bunch of folks came out and there was that whole shady thing of telling other folks not to run. You know what I mean? So let's see how this plays out. But have
It's,
you heard of anybody else?
no.
Not because it's not time yet.
Okay.
After it's usually after like the presidential cycle where people will start being like, okay, it's usually January really that people start announcing for real because so
So
they can
was this
start.
like the blow that Mayor Walsh was trying to do for Wu? Is that it?
I don't know what the hell he's trying to do. That's what doesn't make sense to me is that this isn't a strategic move. Him saying, like Malaysia mentioned, him saying, oh, when the press says I say no comment, people get mad at me and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, this man says no comment about literally everything. He'll say no comment. And then the next day it will be, oh, we made a decision on this. And the community will be like, you just said no comment yesterday. How did you make a decision within the next 2 days or day?
Yeah, he's being really petty, and he thinks it's cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna work. Wu Train Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Carrie says something good in that the mayoral election is going to be crazy. We should stop using crazy also, all of us. It's a very ableist conversation for a different day. But our community should seriously prepare dialogue, prepare questions, and all that. And it's true.
Hold these people accountable for real.
Yeah,
Because I don't know if people remember the last district. What are you? District 7?
Mm-hmm.
District 7 race was crazy. There were 13 people up in there, or was it 13? It was a lot of people up in there. The first time Kim Janey got.
Yeah, I think it was for 7. No, I was just thinking about what which one you were talking about. But just to add to that, what Miss May has just said.
That wasn't the last one.
Holding the community, if the community should be prepared. We're not prepared, fam, because I was just looking at the signs, right? You know those big vote signs that you just saw out, and you probably seen it in Roxbury and Dorchester. They put these signs up right around election time, and they expect you to know who to vote for, why you should be engaged, where to go, how it goes down, who's who, and there's no time for that. And as an organizer, I love to be in working on campaigns. It's like you notice that a lot of people. They'll start and it's like, yo, yeah, we want to get people out to vote and we want them to, to commit to voting. It's like, dude, do you know that it's a process? I can't just walk to a door and be like, yo, here, vote. Dude, I have to explain to them why they should vote, why it matters. You know what I mean?
What this position is. Yeah, sometimes
it's not that easy. So it's tough, and that's why we're definitely going to be working on some year-round voter engagement workshops, stuff like that, because that's something that's needed. Because we can't expect our people to be upset all year. You know what I mean?
Right.
Different situations, the schools. Your streets all messed up. We need more dumpsters on this side, but struggle to get them. And this lady, her city, your city councilor is just pulling up to meetings and she's dipping before the meeting's over, and it's frustrating. And it's like it's a lot, it's a lot to break down. I feel like we need to start taking advantage, not just this election, but the following election, find ways to keep people engaged.
Yeah, and beyond the elections, we have to find ways to engage people, but while they're just during the year, during any time. Because, when we're voting these people in, it doesn't matter how tough we're on them before we vote them in if we never hold them to account the whole rest of the time they're in there, and then they're incumbents, and then they're just sitting in their seats, which is what happens to a lot of Boston City Councils, especially, is they get to be incumbents and then they just chill.
There's a lot
years and years, and it's like that's not it. That's why people shouldn't be running unopposed.
That's why it seems so fake to people when you pull up to them and you tell them, "Hey, voting is so important because of these issues," and they're probably like, "Dude, where have you been the last 11 months? Where I've been just crazy, you know what I mean? Stressed out about now you want to promise me that this person's going to do this and I need to commit to this day." It doesn't work like that. It's a process, and that's why, like you said, we can use year-round, voter engagement.
Right.
And that also involves not just talking about voting, but getting people engaged in their community so they know how the process works. So by the time election time comes, they're like, okay, let me do this because I know this person was supposed to kind of follow up on this, you know what I mean? And I kind of know how this works because I already did. So that empowers a lot of people too. Because, right now, Roxbury, I say Roxbury because I live in Roxbury, but Roxbury is looking rough. You know what I mean? It's rough. It's you see the same thing over and over again. Dudley Station looks
It's
smells like
Nubian
piss.
Square. It's Nubian
It
Station.
stinks, man. Yeah, and make voter registration accessible, like you said, in Malaysia, because that's
And you know, when you mentioned that Roxbury looks crazy now,
yeah.
it is like the violence. I don't know if people noticed, but
Yo.
last week, like there was a day where like 7 people, like 4 people got shot and 3 people got stabbed in a
Yo.
day.
Yeah.
And just like last night, there were like 10 gunshots like across the street.
And you know what's frustrating, seriously? That, and I don't know if she did, but I didn't hear anything, at least from your local district city council. Like, she'll say, hey, like, look, this is going down in my district. Like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I'm here, I'm watching this. Well, at least everything is, it's like, it's cool, 10 shootings in one day, that's fine. Let's just let it ride. And that's where we need to hold people accountable. It's like,
I'm saying, like, this is my thing. We talk about gun violence, we talk about gun control, but we never talk about it in the context of like
our communities.
And we don't. And also, when we do talk about it, we talk about it punitively. When we know that's not the solution to gun violence. Like, we know that because we've been doing punitive measures for 30 years, 40 years at this point. Like, that's not the solution. And it's really, it's like, bruh, like, and then and none of these politicians want to address it because they feel like they don't have a solution. But it's like, we have to do something,
You could try, you know what I mean? You can try.
You could like do because like there were times when there wasn't as much violence. Like, we can do that again. Like, what can we, what about those times made it, And I have ideas. I think,
Hood Consultant has ideas.
Facts.
Seriously, because
message Malaysia at hoodconsultant.com.
Yeah, because we have to start looking at other ways to deal with what we're dealing with today, man. Folks are coming out, and no disrespect, but folks from like 30, 40 years ago talking about these same ideas, and we have to shift away from that because it's just not working. We're dealing with a whole other new generation flow. You know what I mean? It's a whole other movement, and I don't give up with it. I see so many things, I get upset with so many things that I see out here, but I don't give up because I meet people, or like sometimes when we sit down and chop it up, I'm like, look, listen to our ideas. I know this stuff works. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's the thing. Like, people always want to try to find somebody who doesn't know anything about this community, bring people in or whatever. Oh, this person is an expert. Oh, this person is that. I'm like, but they're not an expert in this community. They're not an expert in the nuances of how this street and this street interact, or how, like, or what it means to have gone to this school or that school, or like, these are all like, these are all nuanced things that come from people who actually, grew up in this area, who experienced this community. And it's like, we're not even offering these people who do have expertise, we're not offering them any opportunities.
No, we're not. And one thing that is very frustrating for me is that I noticed that it's so easy for a lot of nonprofits when it comes to young people. Young people start getting developed in these spaces, and then for whatever reason, maybe, personal situations or financial situations, or lack of funding, or for whatever reason, they end up leaving these programs. You lose them all. You lose it completely. You know what I mean?
Like, honestly, I'm thinking about how many of my friends, how many of like, my coworkers at the organizations I've worked at, like how many of them are just, in the wind, or like in really not great places or positions. Like, it's rough. Like, it's really rough. Like, and then I just think about all the inadequate, like, there's so much stuff that's dredged up, especially as a youth organizer or something like that, performance of your job. And it's just like, we never have adequate, like, mental health services to support that. We never really think about how that affects that young person. It's just like, oh yeah, they can tell their story about all these terrible things that happened in their lives. It's fine.
And we have to be careful with that because, being in those spaces, I learned that, sometimes some of these places, man, it's like they pimp out your story, and it's like,
Thanks.
like, don't forget that this is real life. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's why I try to. I'm glad that we've come together and we're doing our own thing. Coming up with ideas where we can assist others because young people need these spaces, but these spaces need to be genuine. You know what I mean?
Right.
They have to
Exactly.
be genuine.
Safe,
They have to be from,
space.
yeah, you have to really want to provide, a good space for young people to thrive in. Because especially now, it sucks, man. But it seems like you have no green space in Boston. There's nowhere to go. And some people don't even have a place at home to be safe in. You know what I mean? A lot
A
of
lot
Right.
of young
A lot
people.
of people, and then, like I said again, we'll keep saying because it's still happening.
Mhm.
There's a ton of youth homelessness in Boston. A lot of people, couch surf. A lot of people
Right.
are transient and stuff like that. Like
Right.
that contributes to violence.
Yeah, Boston had a rough one. I was surprised, man, but it's interesting how it plays out because again, we were arguing about the whole defund. Matter of fact, yeah, let's talk about that. We argued about the whole defunding thing, right? About the police, but when you look at these numbers of shootings, bro, and you see the numbers of unsolved murders, you're
That
like,
I'm saying they're not even functioning.
what's happening? You know what I mean? It's like, where do we say, hold on, something's not cool? Because if you're making so much money, and we're over here struggling with these programs, you seem to be not in control of the situation. Why don't we try something different? You know what I mean? Everyone came out and got offended, but it's like, look at this. No one is safe out here, man. We definitely need. That's why I was excited. I know there's a lot of commotion with the whole Monica Cannon thing, but I'm excited that at least that space is available because
Yeah.
I know some young people are going to be in that space. You know
I
what I
was
mean?
just about to ask you about that.
Some young people are going to be in that space, regardless.
Hmm.
It is what it is. At least you never know if one day before a child could be on the street or they can be in that space one night, one afternoon.
Right,
That's
right.
just the real deal. That's really how it is.
And that's the type of direct act, organizing and activism that people like they undersell it. They don't.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you want to word this?
Yeah, I got the headphones.
I don't know. I didn't think of this earlier. Probably work better.
He did. Go ahead, Lago.
Yeah, when it comes to like nonprofits and all these things within our community, you just always look at it and you're like, it's so frustrating. Even with our politicians and everything, it's very frustrating because we look and we look, and especially us that's been paying close attention for the past 4 years, and nothing happens.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And we know because we say these things over and over again. It's like they really don't. They don't care. Like you really have to show them that you're gonna keep,
Attacking them,
fighting
yes.
about this issue. And that's why things like, and that's why for Marty, things like going to his house work. That's why harassing him in public on Twitter works. Like, because he's like, that's the only thing that he's afraid of. Like, because the mayor and boss, he can do whatever he want for real. Like,
Yeah.
that's the power of the mayor and boss. Like,
It's true. It's true. There's a lot, man. Boston got a lot of work to do. That's why I get excited when we link up and we start talking about, things to work on because there's so much to work on in Boston. I mean, from the whole heroin and the methadone and the addiction services and all that, to just making sure youth have access to good organizations, to getting people
Right.
engaged. I'm excited about this year coming up because I know there's always a challenge to get people out to vote, but I feel like there's so many issues in Boston right now that people can relate to, that we can connect them to get people out to vote. That this year it shouldn't be an issue. I wouldn't say it shouldn't be an issue, but we should see.
I mean, in the primary we had,
The highest
historic
turnout since
Look at that. You see, so there's good energy out there. We just have to keep that up, and I think we can even do even better if we connect people to the issues that that they know about, because a lot of folks don't want to vote, don't want to come out and vote, but when you can connect them to their everyday lives, when their housing, expenses and things like that, that makes sense. Because I was there. I was someone that I used to see the voting stuff and say, oh, that's weird, until I started seeing what the deal was behind it. So definitely, man, that is dope, bro.
But and that's an important experience to have, because people who don't have that experience don't know how to sell this thing to people. They're like, oh, it's your duty. Oh, you have to, like, but why? It's never shown it as a
Yeah.
duty in my life.
Yeah, nobody want to hear that, man. So it's dope, and that's why it's a struggle. But this year is definitely going to be interesting. There's a lot of people out there, man, and let's see who does what and what.
But yeah, let's see what 2021 brings. I'm ready for November. I think the election next year is November 3rd. I'm ready for November 4th. Because I know these people are going to have me hot. I'm going to be tired of hearing these people.
Right.
And it's going to be, and it sucks because it's going to be the same old thing with you're going to get bombarded with flyers, text messages. And that's cool. But that's why I tell you, that's where we can come in and see who's worth it and try to push that person. Because I live in Boston and I care about living here. You know what I mean? And I feel like we need to all do our part to make sure that we make a difference regardless. And I feel like a lot of folks sometimes say, hey, I don't mess with that. I don't mess with politics. I love to engage with people like that because, like I said, you just connect and it makes sense, man. Like, especially if you have kids. I got a daughter, so I know for a fact, like, this whole BPS thing, that was big for me. Every day I kept seeing that there's a day over. I'm like, yo, no information at all? Like, this is crazy, And that was very frustrating for me. So I can definitely relate with parents and just in general situation like that. So yeah, BPS had me tight, man. Y'all have kids. Y'all should have known, man. If you have kids, don't play with kids, man.
BPS said, "Fuck them kids."
BPS had everybody tight, to be honest.
And it's
BPS and PPS are sometimes too easy.
Yeah, BPS was tough, man. But they had. I mean, they made a lot of folks wait. They came out with like 50 pages. I think it was like 50 pages they came out with, right, on their website. And then we asked for it to be translated. They said, "Oh, we don't have it translated yet." Like, I could have translated that like this.
That's what I said. You couldn't paste it.
You could have posted it on your website.
I mean,
translate it. You would have grabbed that and said, "You know what? You translate them."
All they have to do is get a contract for the man who answered the phones to save people's children when they got lost. That's what you did. You're a hero, Santiago. You're the real hero. Fuck cops. Santiago.
It was simple, bro. And I'm telling you, like, it's crazy when you see it's like, my daughter has asthma, so I'm always worried about, the allergies and stuff. And I know how BPS buildings are. So I'm like, damn. Like, why am I not hearing anything? You know what I mean? I know the bathrooms are nasty. Like, the air quality is poor as hell in these buildings. So it's a lot. And they're lucky there's no one out here organizing right now, BPS parents around that, because that's huge, man. That's huge.
I'm saying, like, the air quality. I mean, you would have thought the lead in the water would have made them want to think deeper and investigate deeper into how these schools operate, because a lot of them are old and shitty.
Talking about them being old and shitty, so the Boston Teachers Union has been asking for the city or like BPS, yes, BPS to allow them to walk through every school with a union member and to ensure that it's safe. Yeah. Because now's the perfect time. Teachers have been talking about the unsanitary and unsafe conditions in BPS schools for a very long time.
Yeah.
The rats.
But BPS kept floating around schools. They kept doing stuff. Ew.
I've been following this tea. This ginger tea is spicy. So I've been following the Boston Teachers Union, and they've been pretty they've been making that fight. Yeah, they've been spicy, and I like that because we usually hear that the BTU, is usually pretty quiet on issues, but I mean, I'm seeing the complete opposite now, where when they ask for air purifiers and I'm like, yes, that's what we need. Like, that's exactly what we should be talking about.
That's what the teachers union should always be about. And it sometimes is. It's just, it depends on the president. And Jessica Tang's been the president for a little while, but she's just like now getting into her power. It's, it always takes a minute for women to, especially an Asian woman, for people to give women their rightful power.
I say Asian, but I'm just saying some people, I feel like they step into power and they just see where they can where they can play and stuff like that.
Yeah, she def pulling it out all the stops and being like, no, 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 I'm gonna be a proper
Yeah,
union.
let me make this happen right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, I think so. I'm hoping that they do make some real adjustments because I think it's unfair. But you remember BPS bathrooms? I mean, see if anybody
Bro,
there knows.
the Timothy trash, BLA trash.
bro, like I said, BLA, we have so many.
There's no mirror on there. There's no toilet paper.
There were rats in BLA, I swear.
There were rats too.
Man, it sucks. I was working at a school. I'm able to say the school because I love that school. It was good when I went there, and the teachers there are good. The environment's good, but the bathrooms, bro.
No soap, no paper towel.
Nothing. And after like 2 weeks of being there, I had to ask one of the custodians. I'm like, hey, why? I hear there's no soap and there's no toilet paper in there. Oh, if we fill that up, they make a mess in there, so we just don't put it in.
Like, who does that? They're trying to go to the bathroom, like.
I'm like, what?
And even if they make a mess, like, does that mean that nobody should be allowed to go to the bathroom in a safe way? Like, huh?
I mean, you guys couldn't. That's what I told myself. I'm like, Dan, you guys couldn't sit and figure out a better way to address that issue versus just cutting off the toilet paper and the soap. That's crazy, man. So, I like the facial expressions. What are we doing? I like that.
Malaysia trying to give me a stroke. She think they're a ghost outside.
Whoa.
I got a new topic though.
What's the word?
This is a cool topic. Baker and his administration. So an article came out yesterday by WGBH, which is now going by GBH.
GBH.
It talked about how they were inflating the amount of money they're claiming that the state is spending with minority-owned businesses. So it was basically that they were funneling. There was this one business that's owned by a Latina, but it's in Florida, that they're giving a lot of business to. So businesses will get contracts from the state, and it says you have to spend a certain amount of money with a minority-owned business.
Yes.
They were basically going through a few of these little companies, one of which didn't have a recorded minority person leading them.
Yep.
And then another was a white Latina, which we all know if a white Latina in Florida might as well just be a Republican.
Yeah.
Just a regular, a spicy white.
So they found that out, and now Baker's like, oh, no, you guys are wrong. This investigation is wrong. My numbers are fine. Because every year since Baker's been in office, he's been saying that it's been getting better. That minority-owned businesses have been getting more money from the state contracts.
It's not shown in actual, and how actual minority businesses in the state are doing at all, because bro, imagine paying to get around the diversity requirements. Just pay a damn minority company. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
They said, oh no, we can't. We have to pay this random bitch in Florida because we just can't touch the Negroes
like that. And that's, I'm telling you again. The governor's race too is going to be very interesting too.
I'm waiting. Who's running?
Bro. Everybody, bro. I could rant about Charlie Baker for days. Yo, I hate that nigga, bro. And that nigga's so tall. I hate it, bro. I hate looking up to people that I hate. And you know what? Charlie Baker, he need to get out of here. He really need to get out of here. I don't care who's running on the other side. Please, I'm gonna need you to be better. Be better than him. I'm begging. That's all. Because this man. He does so much shit and he gets away with it. He's a fucking snake. He gets away with so much of the shit he does, bro. They be like, oh no, he's not really that bad. He's kind of a good Republican governor. No, that man's trash. You know how much money he raises for the Republican Party? He raises off of being supposedly attractive. That man is not cute. I don't know what people are talking about. Listen, anyway, he raises all this money in other states for the Republican Party, for Donald Trump, for that, for all the I don't even know how to describe them. The deplorables, as Hillary called them, on the Republican side. This dude needs to go. He's not
yesterday. He should have
governor. He's trash. He's garbo.
Let's see if there's anybody better, because a lot of folks, I mean, like you said, look at that last election, Jay Gonzalez was cool, but we got a call, Ashton here. What do you think about this, his mandatory flu vaccine order? You see, I've learned to agree to disagree, man. I'll disagree with that, but that doesn't I don't see Charlie Baker like a full just blown. I feel like at least they could be better. I just haven't seen better. But that whole mandatory flu vaccine thing, I'm not with that because I don't do the vaccine. I don't think anyone here does the vaccine. And
I don't do the flu vaccine specifically.
no,
I'm not anti-vax. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
yeah, we're not crazy.
We're not anti-vaxxers.
But I don't like that idea of you forcing. I saw a couple of people trying to be funny on Facebook, like, "Oh, I vaccinate my child. Who doesn't vaccinate their child on here?" A bunch of people were like, "I don't because last time I did, I got sick." Somebody else, last time I did, all my children got sick. I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm all set with that. So I don't like. But I heard there's ways around that. There's
religious exception. There's so many ways around it.
Yeah, there's ways around regular shots. You already the thing is you already have to get
something. You gotta find something.
You gotta get you already have to get measles and chickenpox and stuff.
Yeah, it's just too much. I already feel sometimes when you give all them shots to babies.
But no, bro, listen. People died, bro. My uncle. See, I'll never talk shit about shots because my uncle had polio. And if he would have had a vaccine,
he would have been good.
He would have been, better off. He's still alive. He's chilling, but still, he has polio.
Don't worry, Uncle's good. Chill. Uncle's good.
But I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I just think my thing is that I just knew that everybody was going to be mad about it.
It wasn't a good decision.
Yeah, it was a kind of raw,
It was it was a strange decision, especially because Republicans don't usually do stuff like that. They don't usually.
That's because he has to ride that fine line all the time because he knows he doesn't want Corona to go up because then that makes him look bad. But he also knows that Republicans hate to be told what to do, so he really has to ride a fine line. They like him enough that he gets away with stuff like that, and that's the problem with Charlie Baker.
What's going on with talking about a little bit of everything? What's going on with Rachel Rollins? Have you looked that up, man? Because they've been coming out for her neck, man, and I'm just not feeling it. What's happening?
Yeah, we talked about it a few weeks ago, but first of all, she had some fishy stuff that happened with her ADAs doing weird stuff that she didn't know about.
Bail from 5,000 to 50.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, we talked about that a few weeks ago.
How do you feel? Comments. How do people feel about that? I want to know. How do you feel about that? When you saw
about her ADAs being trashed, or just about Rachel Rollins in general?
No, just about that situation, that specific situation.
Where they tried to raise bail ridiculously on a homeless man.
Yeah.
And obviously Rachel Rollins ran on not doing shit like that. But she did what I guess, like I said, would be the best solution. I mean, the best ending we could hope for, which was say we're not going to do that. It's my fault for not knowing that we were doing that in the first place, and I'm going to be better and not do that.
I think especially compared to what the man's name before.
I don't know.
What was that man's name?
Santiago, what was the prior DA's name?
I forgot now.
Greg Henning?
No,
that's the dude that ran. Mike Connolly? Does that sound like that?
Conley, our old DA?
Yeah.
Dan, I believe it's Dan Conley.
Okay, Dan Conley.
Yeah.
He was man, you didn't know what shit was happening with the district attorney office. Now we know.
They were just sending people to jail. That's what we know.
It's just the DA's office is such a hard, the district attorney position is such a hard. It's kind of like the same thing we were just talking about with Charlie Baker, because you have to walk the line of you are a part of the judicial system. You are basically a cop. To us, Rachel is pretty much a cop.
Yeah.
She has to prosecute black people.
It's like that cop that you see on the street, at the light, you'd be like,
yeah, kind of like that. It's just hard it's a fine line to weave.
The thing is because it's just always the question of can you actually reform the system from the inside, and you really kind of can't.
Yeah, I feel like when I saw that, I mean, Alejandro, do you want to get Carrie hip to what happened?
Yeah, I can send. I'll send a link. Hold the mic.
But basically, they raised the bail from 5,000 to 50,000 for someone who was being backed, I guess, by, was it by the bail fund again, or was it a different organization? I think it was a different organization, but they raised it, and honestly, I looked at the report, and it seemed like the dude had like 3 armed robbery charges, like a couple of things. You know what I mean? And it's cool when you have a record, but it's like look it up, Alejandro. I think he even had some. Did he have some rape charges too? I think he had some rape charges too. So it's like
I didn't look him up.
So there were like 2 situations that happened.
There was a lot going on. Let me see if I
So there was the one about the homeless man, but there was also one where she was mad, where Rachel was mad at the mass bail fund.
Yeah,
for releasing a man that like had prior conviction.
That happened before, exactly. So
So it's just like I said, it's a very hard like position to be in because like you can tell Rachel, if you haven't met Rachel English, if you haven't met Rachel or you haven't like seen her in action, Rachel is very like straight to the point. She's very like, this is how it is. She's not like a bullshitter. She just tells you how it is and tries to be very like honest to the community about how shit goes.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is where it like gets into hard situations because like we obviously support a bail fund that's like releases people because the bail system shouldn't exist. But at the same hand, like we have RDA basically saying, "Oh, this person was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this bail fund in a position to release bad people?" And it's such a difficult thing to exist within that like system.
See, so peep this. This dude was he was facing armed robbery charges for a July incident at South Bay Mall. You know what I mean? So here we go. Listen to the area, a homeless man in this area. You know what I mean? And those are the things that you have to take into consideration. Like, cool, we don't want to lock everybody up. We don't want to lock up homeless people up. But you have to look at the situation. Look at where this is coming from. This might not be a Boston man. It might be someone cool. We don't want him locked up, but maybe we don't want him back out there again. You know what I mean? So I that's why when I see all that situation, I'm like, I'm not going to judge. First off, that's it. Like you said, it's a huge department. Decisions are made in there, most likely that she doesn't even know about.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the real talk. You know, she's not going to know every single decision. That's not real.
But, I mean, ADAs just have a lot of like freedom in their daily job because there's a lot to do. There's a lot of cases that come. There's so many courts
too. You know,
there's this is because she's a DA for like all of Suffolk County.
Yeah,
like all the courts in the system. That's hard to keep track of, but it's still her job. To be clear, it is still her job to do.
Carrie said something about I love understanding how this is gonna be from your office and the people you work with in order. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the bars closing?
Yo, a bunch of bars are closing. Where people go have fun.
Wow,
I don't know. It's a bunch of white people.
Bars, bro.
What'd you say?
A lot of Boston bars. I saw that. Is that all happening like by the end of the year, or is that like within like
now?
You know?
Like they're just closing.
They're just closing
like week by week.
COVID, they don't have money.
Oh.
Like mainly there were a bunch of like in like Alston that were closing.
That's wild, bro. That's crazy.
And it's funny because those bars are like consistently packed. Like in a regular season, it's full of white kids. School starts again, it's full of them. They drunk every weekend, every night. They're full. So it's crazy to see what like COVID has done.
I mean, yeah. So it's like now it's like, oh, am I too dark now? I'm sorry. It's okay. But yeah, sure. It's like, where do you go now? You know, like where do you?
Sorry, the carnival. Sorry, Carrie just reminded me. We didn't talk about it that much.
Yeah, we forgot to talk about that Juve thing. Oh my God!
Carnival, because there were like 2 separate events,
and people still got shot.
Yeah, that was bad. Zezito was out there. He's hilarious. Yo, guys, watch Zezito, man. He is funny, bro. Who's
that? Yao?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Joao DePina. Yeah, he's all in the mix, man. It's funny, but that
yeah, I saw that Carrie.
That thing.
That
was wild, but again. I like the fact that Diane Wilkerson came out and slammed, the city for the lack of response, because it's true. It's like, come on, you're on top of that. You didn't see that. You didn't see all them people. You didn't like.
No, but the craziest part is like they shut down like American Legion every weekend because of things.
That's weird, man. So it's like some people just drove by. I was like,
Yo, like cops be patrolling nowadays. They like to be riding slow past you.
Cops are always like the fact that this is one of those instances where you kind of do need the police, and I'm not saying this like always, because community people could also been like, "Hey, yo, get the fuck out of my."
Yes,
because I can go outside and say that to somebody, and some people will listen.
Some people will.
It depends, though. It depends, but if you have,
it also depends, yeah, because people will shoot you.
You know, they all, and then you got neighbors, and the neighbors in there too, like.
But the gall of these people to go outside their house and have a carnival on Talbot Ave in the middle of a pandemic.
That's not even a
like
good
Gary just
way.
said, how don't you see? You didn't see that? You didn't say, hold on. That's a lot of twerking over there. Like that's a lot. Like
they was probably half the cops was probably there.
And
probably half the gang unit was at that party just enjoying themselves.
It's frustrating with BPD. Like this is what I tell you. Like I wish there was like this is what makes you sometimes just want to run for office and be like, this is frustrating, bro. Because if you go down to Methadone Mile, you go and you'll see cops right there with people shooting up right next to them, and they'll be passed out on halfway on the sidewalk. And they'll just be right there. Just today we drove by, there was like 8 police cars, which I don't think is a great idea because when you put police in that area, what ends up happening is they start exploring the city. Mm-hmm. They go further into the city. They find other little.
It don't help the
exactly.
issue.
No, it doesn't help. It's a very bad strategy. I don't know who like. You're telling me it's a health, you know, it's an addiction, it's a health issue. So why do you just push the police? You should have their.
If it's a health issue,
you should have health vans out there. A bunch of other people.
Like facts, that ice cream truck might as well make it a health truck.
Take the ice cream truck with you. We don't want it, you know. And
exactly. It only has little hoodie cups. Those aren't even banging like that.
So it's like
he puts on the ice cream truck thing. Hey yo, with the needle.
Yo, actually, Carrie, I'm gonna make that T-shirt. Don't even worry about it.
So, yeah.
Oh yes, hold on. There's a lot of twerk over there. Wait, let me write that down.
Yo.
Hold on.
Do it.
Nah, but
we're stealing it, Carrie.
No, you're not putting it on the shirt. Stop the
man.
so we're putting it on the shirt.
We be finding ideas. Alejandro be running with it.
Yo, but can we talk about Marty being a hoe in a different way though? in a way that he might not even known that he was a hoe.
It wasn't even on purpose.
So this is what happened. There were mad illegal political donations from this New Hampshire like weird Democrat firm. And they sent mad money to Marty Walsh and Michael Flaherty. Oh. And you know, 5-car Flaherty boy. Yeah, of course it would be him.
That man stays in line, man.
Of course it would be 5-car Flaherty.
It was $75,000. No, wait. It was $21,000 in contributions.
Oh, that's bad timing for that.
And then they reimbursed their employees for political contributions. Yeah, they reimbursed
Please, we linked the article. It's mad funny. Okay, so it was $21,000 in illegal contributions by reimbursing employees for their contributions. That's a lot of contributions in one sentence. But anywho, what it means is that they gave $21,000 to Marty Walsh and Michael Flaherty. Michael 5-car Flaherty. So now, these people that paid 21 G's to do this illegal shit now have to pay 75.
75?
75 grand in a fine because they were doing that. Because it's also, not only were they breaking Massachusetts law, they were breaking New Hampshire law. And obviously, this is something where, like, who knows if Marty Walsh knew? Obviously, he's going to deny it. But, like...
No comment.
I mean...
Like,
there's no way 5-car Flaherty didn't know.
That nigga called that's his cousin.
I can't say he knew or anything. Don't say I'm trying to say anything. I'm not trying to accuse nobody of nothing, but that nigga knew. Yo, Mr. 5-car, he knew. He said, this is for me. Sound like some money? I'm here.
That's real, man. I haven't seen that, but I do love the idea of what's coming up. But speaking about, I wanted to ask Carrie, what are you thinking right now? Because I know you're out there on the field, man. Hold on, we can't add somebody else? Can we add someone else here?
We can.
That's pretty cool.
We
Um,
can add up to 10 people. So if you ever want to have a fiesta,
we could do a pretty
Yes.
party. But I wanted to
I'm
ask,
going up
what,
here.
what do you think are the challenges right now, during COVID, trying to engage people, especially around just social justice issues. Oh, Malaysia, cover your mouth, please. Thank you.
Well, I can tell you from my perspective as, I'll send Nate the invite. 1 second.
Nate,
Yes,
pull
and
up, pull up.
yes.
It's
Nate,
my dude,
I'm going to
Nate,
send it
I
through
get it
Facebook
with Nate
because that's
ASAP,
the
man.
easiest way.
He was born to join. Exactly.
This is going to be a long episode for Eric to edit. My bad, my
My
G.
laptop is pretty charged, so we're good to go. We could talk about a little bit of everything.
I wish Nate was right there. Dang it.
So, hold on, but that's a lot of people. Maybe we should put our mask on. That's a lot of people in here, man.
Of course, this show bad.
On my notes, I have such a mess, man. I have to send these packages, bro. I've been going crazy sending packages, sending these masks everywhere.
Yeah, style.
All right, bro. What's the word? What's going on? We got him? 10-4, 10-4. I'll stay on until my Chinese food gets here. I can't believe I'm eating Chinese food at this time. This is crazy. It's bad. It's
We
bad.
have McDonald's, so we can't judge.
And you're right next to McDonald's, huh?
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm dead inside. I don't like McDonald's that much. To
I'm
be
mad
honest.
tired. I feel mess. I feel like my neck rolls are thicker now. Just
I choose food.
no. But I wasn't really here to talk about it. But I really quickly want to talk about this Latina woman, or no, this fake Latina woman, because
that?
it really bothered
Let me
me.
look this up. Let me look this up. I was looking up.
Oh, I won't send a link. I want to send. Okay, so on last Thursday, she released an article on Medium
Facts.
saying that she's a liar, that she's not really a Latina, she's a white Jewish woman. And she had been lying to people for the past like 10, 15 years while she was in academia.
¿Y por qué?
So this woman would also, I want to point out that
Well,
she would dress.
she looked like my auntie, like somebody's auntie.
She was lying and saying she was Puerto Rican.
Yeah, she said she was a Bronx Puerto Rican.
You do look Puerto Rican. She's like from like New Bedford, Puerto Rican. Like Springfield, Puerto Rican. Oh yeah, look, she got the glasses too. She don't look like
She
somebody.
was playing a character. That's why.
Yeah,
She was
was-
Puerto Rican.
I wish I could put a picture, but in one picture, she was in a barely academic setting. And she was wearing clothes for a club. She had
And-
a little
and then-
two-piece
and
on,
then the
showing her
actual-
stomach.
And then the actual black people were like looking at her mad sideways because they were dressed like.
And nobody could tell by her cooking. Nobody ate her cooking and said,
There's a video of her dancing salsa, teaching salsa. Man, I ain't never. That's the driest salsa I've ever
Please,
seen.
she used to be like really extra about it too. She would like go and demand like money from people for like.
Yo soy boricua, yo soy hispana, dame 50,000 pesos ahí.
Oh, let's go back. Carrie left a good comment. She
What'd you
said, following up with your question. She said it's hard when being a part of a certain nonprofit organizations that consider themselves nonpartisan. I guess you're not allowed to talk about certain issues, but it's like that. But it's like that's what's connecting and engaging with community members is all about.
One party is fascist.
Harry, they tie your hands up. That's what
I just think this is why we made consultant, and
It's
consultant would never be a like partisan or like a nonprofit. Like we will be for profit, and we will proudly say that we don't fuck with people.
Yeah,
because this
we
is
need
what
that
holds
real talk.
nonprofits back.
Yeah, we need that real talk. We can't keep, and that's I agree so much with you, sis, because that is so real. When like, imagine there's a clear issue, and where these two candidates stand at, and that even if this is the incumbent, but they haven't been standing in the right side, and it's like you can't you have to have that conversation. You have to, because those are questions people ask. If you see him, oh no, I can't tell you who to vote for. We're not on nobody's side. It's like, no, listen, let's talk about the issues. And a lot of times, this was a struggle for me in the beginning, but I got to a point where I'm like, you know what? We're going to break down the issues as much as possible. and I'm gonna have you see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna have you see what I mean by that. And here we go, Nate in the house, spit a verse, bro. Let's do it.
That's not happening. But yeah, man.
Bro,
It's mad.
but yeah, man, it's stuff like that. You know
Man.
what I mean? So I feel you, Carrie. For real, it's hard when you know. It's like, let me do my thing so I can get this work done. You know, I definitely hear that. It's really hard when they tell you it's nonpartisan. It's like, nah, man. Let's deal. Let's do real talk, man. Nate in the house.
What's
Born in
up,
the
Nate?
house.
Did you have a topic that you wanted to talk about?
That mic is fire.
I did not. Yeah. Yeah, y'all about to make me have to clean this whole like little setup I got in here. I was
Clean
not.
what? It looks good. It looks chilling.
Do you not see the shoulder on me?
But
Malaysia's tissue paper that her nose.
Yo, it's funny, bro. Carrie, can we bring you in? Oh, we're breaking up. Hold on. Oh no, it's Malaysia. You got bad service in there. Fix that. Boom.
They're lagging.
It's like
See, shouldn't have brought us. Shouldn't have brought too many.
have files.
Shouldn't have brought me on. Yeah.
skibbity bop bop bop. There we go.
All right, now that we run the stream,
Go,
let's get
do
down
it.
to real
Talk to us, Nate.
business.
Talk to us, Nate. Talk to us.
So as we know, we live in a world where they came back.
Why are we lagging? I don't know.
Is it because
connection just not elite?
Tell him, Nate. Tell him.
Yeah, man. So we live in a world where we got police, we got violence, we got all these things going on in the black community. We need to be able to stand up together as one united front and make moves. You know what I mean?
Big moves. Black and brown. Everybody.
It needs to be done. Yo, Santiago, I actually did want to talk to you a little bit because me and some of my people were trying to put together like a little like kind of like some communes, you know what I mean, and get all the, like these like kind of like smaller black like people and organizations who are doing like, you know, real like work, you know what I mean, on the ground stuff to like that's related to black liberation, getting them together and then talking about like best practices and also just like being real with each other, you know what I mean, being like, I don't know what you're doing right there. It's feeding into white supremacist values and we got to change that so that we can advance together as one. You know what I mean? How you feel about that?
I like that. I like that. Because those are conversations that we need to have to be, if we really want to help young people, if we really want to make a difference, we need to hit that, what you just said right there. And I know it's an uncomfortable conversation, but
Facts.
it's like, it's time, bro. It's overdue, man. There's millions and millions of dollars that are spent on us, let's say just on us. And we're not seeing any outcome. So we can definitely chop it up on that. Hit me, man. That's definitely.
Say that. I got you. I'm gonna hit you up, Carrie. I'm gonna hit you up too. Okay.
Hey, Carrie, how can we can you get her in here? Get her in here too. Shit is being disrespectful. Seriously, yeah, man. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to work on. Definitely, and that's why I tell you, Boston is exciting, man. Because while at the same time there's so much wrong things going on, like so many things that are not cool, it gives us an opportunity to make a difference and start building, you know, like around, you know, schools, not just schools, but the whole needles things. Welcome back, Malaysia, Alejandra. Yeah, just a lot we can connect on, man. There's a lot we can connect on.
Yeah, we don't know how to deal with the lag situation.
It's not lagging anymore.
Oh, good.
You good now? Alejandro, go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it works. It works. It works. Okay.
Nice. Ray Charles would be proud of us all.
Yo, we didn't know it was going to be a party on Obvious Awesome. I would have introduced you with a really cool description.
No, we should do one next week too.
Yeah.
Or like,
yeah.
We could do two in a week. This one,
join us again.
This one we fucked up all the audio because the Earth was ending.
Because our mics decided. We jumped on right at 8 and they decided to be.
Listen, let's stay tuned. Let's stay tuned and let's actually do this. If anything pops up during the week that we need to link up on, let's just throw our live on and let's just do our thing because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of pieces moving, and we can take advantage of informing our people. You know.
Let's quick talk about push out act. That I think Ayanna Presley is is the main like.
Who's that? What you say again?
It's called the Push Out Act. Black girls in Massachusetts are disciplined like 5 times more, 6 times more than white girls in schools. And so there's a law being put into the whatever the legislature about how to address that. There was a documentary that came out like last fall about it.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it the same thing? But then you start saying, I was like, it is the same thing. Oh my god,
same thing. Yeah.
This is good. This is good. And you know what? I really like this. This like some people might say, oh, this is just like some quick bill. She's something she's trying to chop up quick. But I like this because this reminds me when I don't know if did we go together, Alejandro? I don't know. No, I'm not sure if we went together, but we went to I had gone to I think it was before that. I went to the English High, and they wanted to add pepper spray, I guess, or they wanted to do some crazy stuff. They or eliminated. There was some crap, but she came out, and the BPS schools, the police officers, they were chewing us up. They were like the young people that were there. They're like, yeah, there's been these many incidents, and we need all the equipment we can get, and da da da. And she came out. She sat there for about 5-10 minutes. And just got up and said, hey, can I get the data? Can you share some numbers with us, please, for the last 3 years? And, bro, you could tell the guy was like, yeah, like fumbling. And when he started breaking down the numbers, it actually showed that there was a decline in incidents. So that right there, when he stated that, she's like, so where's the need? Where's the connection? And it just shut everything down. So I really like this, that she's she's addressing issues around that affect the school to the prison pipeline, because
my brain.
We know that if you pull up at Madison Park, you see like 5-6 police cars there every time they let, and that sucks. I hate that. I hate to see that. I hate to see that in schools, man. So that
me and Alejandra.
Yeah, that's the technical difficulties.
It's late. I don't work the whole day.
She's like, "What's up, y'all? Just join whole world. It's smooth.
Enjoy the world.
Don't join our live." Now I gotta change the whole live pin. Oh look, Carrie joined. Well, that's good.
Okay, we'll put.
Wait. It says, did you guys see?
Our bandwidth goes crazy.
Yeah.
All right, now we gotta change the link. None of the rest of y'all can get on here.
Welcome to the show. We don't have jackets quite yet.
No.
Just leave it for now.
Yo, somebody share this in the Boston anti-violence page, man.
Word, for real.
Yeah, share it right now. Share it on that page.
That obvious nonsense is not part of that page.
Yo, is that the Boston Marathon hat?
Bro.
I forget to share it in that page. Yo, so it's a party. What's up, guys? We're here. Next week we'll have headphones so we can actually hear.
Yes, I'll get some too, man, so we can tune in live.
We can try and schedule some guests so we can have some individualized time.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I do be free on these here Wednesdays now.
What's going on, man? Talk to us? I know there's some stuff coming up, man.
Spotify guests are going to be so shocked. They're going to be like, what the heck?
I'm about to grab my phone because I need to make sure I share this stuff. Hold on, man.
Yeah, I got so many mosquito bites. Help me.
Oh, you need spray, bro.
Oh, man. Carrie, how you been?
Oh,
God, you win. God win.
True.
Wow.
True.
He said, inshallah, I will be fine.
Facts.
Any topics you guys want to talk about? What's been grinding your gears? Local politics.
Honestly,
go.
I like. Okay, this is kind of. It's not like really about politics, but what's been grinding my gears is Mark Zuckerberg has been like really policing and suppressing a lot of Black and brown people's posts, including my own. Dude, I made something like, "Oh, we should all come together." I said that it was like a unity post, and he said that it was a hate post. Like how?
That's wild.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been thinking about getting Twitter a lot.
Oh, I want
Twitter's useful for like political stuff.
Twitter's
because there's a whole different type of community on there than it is on Facebook. I wouldn't call it a community sometimes.
Yeah, facts.
But it depends. But like, there's a lot more information that's like verified and like people like that. Like you can find the people who are like tweeting about like stuff you want to know about. Like
facts. Twitter's lit. You could post something like police are not great, and then you get like 10 likes. But then you post, oh look, I dropped my new single. Nothing. It's great.
You know what, Nate? I would listen. I always listen.
Stream Nate Nicks on all your DSPs.
And stream insert name here on all your DSPs. Search Malachi or
I do be streaming them.
DSPs.
That's why I was saying that the KN episodes, when he's there, it's like the best because it's like a nice balance of like vocal ranges.
Downstairs being a little hoe bag. We wanted him to be here.
Everybody be a hoe. Malaysia be calling everybody a hoe.
Because they be hoes. Why they need to stop doing that? Stop.
Yeah,
if you're actually a hoe, in which case, keep doing that. That's all you, baby.
That's funny.
Can we talk about that too?
Yes, about hoes.
This is an obvious nonsense podcast.
Oh, Carrie, what are you talking about?
No, speaking of that,
Santiago said Carrie grown.
The hoes. That's what she wants to talk about, though. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's just the popular conversation around Black and brown communities being economically deprived, and because of that, they force us. A lot of Black girls have been forced to start OnlyFans, and not just OnlyFans, but GoFamMe. I mean,
Go fan me. That's a clean way to start saying it. You know what I mean? Like, you got an OnlyFans? I don't have an OnlyFans.
Listen,
go fan me.
I think that's just some women being a little lazy. They're like, listen.
Boo, you're just mad because you wouldn't make the money like they could.
That's how you get jealous.
There's straight men on there too, okay? I heard there's straight men on there. I'll be honest. We talked about this. I talked about this. We can do like a mini lingerie line or something. I don't know.
I want to do that.
Yeah, I seen people talking about they're about to start the OnlyFans and just tell jokes. I'm like, bro, if I subscribe, you gotta post the first joke free. Like, I gotta see. Because like,
how does that work? You can do other stuff. You can do jokes and stuff like that.
You can do anything. OnlyFans isn't like for pornography.
They used to have gaming tutorials.
A lot of sex work.
Like there's a lot of different uses for it. So like, subscribe to my girl's OnlyFans because she posts her toes. So
they're just YouTubers though. There's people who read things. There's people who read things. Santiago, you gonna sell your feet pics now?
Yo, Carrie was like, I thought she was gonna say something. She said toes. That is crazy.
This is a different sort of insert thing here.
She was gonna get like daily talks and stuff.
A very special episode.
Listen. The Tonely fans be popping. Listen, you gotta get on that. Yeah.
Tonely fans, bro. Yo, I mean, so that's easy.
No, but to your point, Carrie, yeah, it's an interesting thing, but I mean, a lot of
sex work is like the oldest profession in the world. Like,
it's also been a profession that, like, in our communities, whether sadly or not, has always been a part of our community.
Like, look at Oakland. Pimping is part of part of people's like thing. Like, I mean, it's not really new. I think like, yes, we're forced into it through necessity. But if it
slow down,
then shut up. If it's decriminalized, if it wasn't so stigmatized, then we could have it, safer in ways where people wouldn't be like trafficked as much and wouldn't be like, sent to prison and exploited and, that sort of thing. And we could actually have it be because if minors sell their body every day, like, why shouldn't somebody be able to sell their body sexually if that's what they want to do? By criminalizing it, only make it more dangerous.
Just like drugs.
You heard, Malaysia?
Yeah. What'd you say?
Cardi B.
I said if I was a woman, I think I'd be like a Cardi B.
I agree, Santiago. You would be Santiago. Me and Alejandra have talked about the type of woman.
Whack.
We have a very clear picture.
WAP squad. We should do
So,
shit.
The WAP squad. That's what
like, y'all just mad y'all don't have that WAP.
Even like, you know, I like my baby daddy's always called me. We got a good relationship.
Yeah, but I'm about to go eat, man. I got these steak tips out here, man.
All right,
Definitely link up again.
Definitely, we all have to link up and definitely have a conversation because I've been thinking and working on a couple of stuff. So
yeah, Alejandro, let's expand right here, man. Let's definitely, let's connect, man. We got some stuff. Tomorrow we got that standout at Mass Ave and Washington Street.
What time?
What time?
5.
Share it to the audience.
I'm in the stew.
So I'll pull out. It's cool if y'all could, man. We'll pull up over there. We're gonna be over there because we're gonna try to get that cleaned up. But let's definitely connect and see what we're working on that we can, we could help and support each other on our own, man. We could do our own shit.
Right, facts.
We can do live on
WAP squad.
Alejandro.
What?
What you say?
I said we could definitely connect on some topics on Hood Consultant because I think it's really important to get various kind of like opinions and thoughts on like what Hood Consultant is gonna do, but also from like the community and organizer like Terry.
Yeah. And Nate, we've talked of course about this a little bit. Nate, our silent partner,
and always to fuck around. Main important part is just fuck around.
Yeah, we gotta do the
WAP squad.
Party it up. Negro the place up.
That's what we gotta do, man, and get people ready for this upcoming election because I know this election, like you said, Carrie, everybody wants to be nonpartisan, but sometimes we just have to be like, listen.
I mean, like when there's like a
so do you want what do you want?
Really hard
for real.
Like, so
somebody is demonstrably like the bad one here.
But fam, we'll holler. Let's link up again, and we might do this tomorrow. Who knows? Let's make it happen. All right, fam. I'll see y'all, man.
All right, so
all right, yo.
Let me press this leave button.
Wow, he's gonna disappear. Wow. I mean, what time is it? It's 9:38. If we want to end on even, I don't know. Even time, I don't know.
Yeah, we can end in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Say what you want to say.
I've been looking a lot into transformative justice practices and all that. So,
Sound good, King. Our Black King looking into transformative justice.
You know what I mean? So, you feel me? We got a lot to discuss around that next time. Yes. I also been playing a lot of tennis, so we gotta get you out there on them their courts now.
I've never played. I want to play.
I don't like tennis, but I will play with you and you guys.
I make tennis fun because you get to see me running. That's always a sight to see.
I don't like it because of tenacity. I was forced into
the one in Mountain Park didn't make it fun. And back in like 2000.
I was at Washington Park. It used to be lit over there.
Yo, I wish I was at Washington Park. This is my neighborhood.
Gunshots, all that. It was lit.
Yo, I mean, the best thing was getting Burger King every day when I was like 10. Because I would be like, I say to my uncle, I need lunch money for lunch, even though they definitely had lunch.
Yeah, facts. They had those sandwiches. Those sandwiches kind of buzzing.
Nah, that Burger King was busting more, especially when you're 10 and you playing tennis all day.
You're sweating and you're hot.
Oh, we also have to get that kickball game up.
Yeah, that kickball.
Yeah, facts. Yo, that's next Saturday. Not this coming Saturday because I got stuff to do. But
we liked it like first.
Next Saturday.
Bro.
Next Saturday, all right. Kickball.
Because next Saturday is the 19th. I have a show on that day in the morning. But after that, it's time. Kickball.
Yeah, you have a show in my neighborhood. I guess I'm either.
Yeah, facts. You got to be there. It's at 7 a.m. though. If you're down, come through. We'll make you an invitation.
Her eyes.
I'm awake. I'm acting like I'm not awake at like 6:30 every day.
All right,
I'll make sure y'all get your invitations.
Right. We had a good time. Thank you for joining us.
And we'll definitely do this again soon, and with less issues,
and less good background because we weren't prepared for whatever was going to happen.
I don't want this ugly restream colors. They don't deserve it.
But thank you, Karen.
I apologize for my foolish.
Thank you, everybody, for listening.
No, thank you to Kane because he didn't even come.
Bye.
Bye.
I hope this is how it's done.